It's live.
Now we're live. Oh,
It
yay.
says at that time, what a
Third
freaking
time is the
mess.
charm.
I
Yeah.
apologize, everybody. I am so sorry.
No, I'm glad you saw that because we would have had a whole
I,
stream till they told us.
uh,
That's sweet.
oh.
Um, and it wouldn't let me go live immediately by setting it up and putting her on the logo and all that stuff. So I had to set it for 8:30, which it is now. So that's what it was waiting on. It just did it. That's why. Anyway.
We're
So
all professionals here.
we are all and we're all adults, believe it or not.
That's overrated.
Right. But anyway, start worrying about the other streams and finish his when he wants. I guarantee they aren't worrying about his. Okay. I'll take that under consideration. Okay, this is Ginger Graves, and like I was saying to no one except the panel, I've known Ginger 4 or 5 years, and I met her in person on Chattanooga Ed, and I went to Nashville and met up with her at one of the fish stores there. So
The aquatic critter.
Right, the aquatic critter, and that's where I got probably the day I got my blue tongue skink. That's where I got it, right there.
Yeah.
But anyway, we've made that trip several times since then, and also met up with Tiffany White sometimes. Mm-hmm. And the four of us go to lunch and go fish store shopping and all that stuff. So, see, what else? What dirt do I know on Ginger? She's a pharmacist.
Yeah.
She's from L.A., Lower Alabama. Like I said, lives in Nashville. And she's got lots of fish. And it's she's got I was reading what Q was saying. It wasn't Bob. I can't talk and read at the same time, apparently.
Right. Yeah, don't read the chat.
Okay. All right. She's got some cats, like we all do. So, what else you want them to know about you, Ginger?
That's about it. I have turned into a pretty boring person.
Well, you'll fit right in here then.
Yeah, I like photography. I just haven't been doing it as much as I used to. I do nature photography.
I used to do that a million years ago, and I thought that I was good, but it was just because the beach is always beautiful and stuff. I found out real quick that I wasn't any good. So, but I still have my my pictures from back then. Yeah. So, thanks for coming on. I think this is Ginger's first live stream.
It is. It's my very first one.
Welcome. Watch out, because Pam will be trying to get you on there next.
Yep. I fell asleep on y'all last night.
I figured as much. And Pam will probably send the right link and all that stuff too the first time. So she has her piece and right.
I want to be in the picture.
Oh, do you still have that old cat? The one that was like 19 or 20?
My 19-year-old passed away just before her 20th birthday. I still, the oldest I have now is 16. And my 15-year-old, I lost. Quite literally lost her.
Oh.
I have the fenced in, I rent a place. It's a building with like 6 little townhouse units in it. And we all have a tiny little fenced in backyard. So my cats will go out in the backyard and stay there. My precious Rosie was out there and I had fallen asleep on the couch. And they came around to weed whack my backyard.
Yeah.
Must have scared her flat to death. And then they left the gate open.
Of course.
And I don't know how long it had been open because I can sleep through a train wreck, sadly. I learned that when I lived in a dorm in college. And when I woke up and realized what had happened, Rosie wasn't there. I called her and called her and called her and looked for her. And she never came home. I don't know if she got so scared she couldn't find her way home or something. But she has bad paws. She has this condition where the pads of her paws inflame and they get really bad and they can crack. I forget what it's called. So she can't walk really well. So I'm like, she wouldn't have gone far.
Huh.
Yeah, that's
Wonder
what
if
I'm
she's.
saying.
Wonder if she went in somebody else's
I was
back
gonna say
door.
maybe somebody took her
Yeah.
and is loving on her.
Yeah.
That would be nice. I would
That's
feel
what I'd
better
like
about
to
it.
think. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna think.
But
Pam,
I'm on 4 days
always
off
talking
after
about your
tomorrow.
sister.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna go. Well, tomorrow after work, but then I have a few days off. I'm gonna call around and see if anybody brought her to a shelter or anything. But yeah, my oldest cats have passed away. I've got my 16-year-old who has hyperthyroid and lives in the guest bedroom by herself because she can't eat the other cat's food. She's
Oh,
on this. Well, I can't afford a radiator and get the thyroid radiated, so she's on the thyroid food. Sherlock, you're a pain in my. Sorry. Sherlock knocked the phone out of my hand.
Yep. We've had that. All had that happen a few times.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
do
needy.
you mind? I know I talked to you about your cats and your fish, but do you mind showing us quickly what's on your wall up there?
Sure, let me turn this camera around.
Turn it around.
You hit more,
Hey, Nathan.
you hit settings, and you find camera. And you
Oh,
flip.
you're right on time, Nathan. We're just getting going.
And then you go back. All right, so this is the view from my couch. But yeah, I'm gonna show you Pam's wall. Look out, kitty.
Oh, can you blow her up, Bob?
Huh?
Can you blow Ginger up so we can see better?
Sorry.
he's gonna blow you up, Ginger.
Oh no! So this is my wall of Pam.
Oh, some of that stuff looks vaguely familiar to me.
Yeah. So this is all her stuff that she's done for me, or I've asked her to do, or I've bought.
Or you've nudged me out of the way, like knocked me
Yep.
down.
Yeah. I have another envelope ready to go out to you too with some more stuff. So I hope you have room.
I always have room for more Pam art. And then she did this one right here that is my.
Oh, there's the kitty.
Oh my goodness! Look how beautiful.
His name was Dizzy. Well, it was Diesel, but I wasn't going to call him Diesel. I call him Dizzy or Diz or Doodlebug or whatever. Yeah, he passed away when he was 14 or 15. His brother died of cancer, and he left for you. Yeah, I've had a lot of cats over the years. But yeah, this is my. Of course, I was an X-Files fan, so I want to believe that.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got plenty of room for more Pam art. But yeah, she did my crabenzas and all kinds of ducks and bears and my. Yeah, some of them are my fish. Some of them are just art I love.
That wall you've expanded down because I took a 55 from you that was right there. So you come on down.
It was. I have a 55 left, which is over here. This is my.
Oh, look at aren't they so beautiful?
That's my Dan's fish rainbows, the Bosemani. A random G'dea that shouldn't be in there, but is. And my Congo tetras are in here. They're not really covered up. The light's been on all that. And there's a few random fish in here that you don't really see. There's Corey's that I think aren't in there, and then I'll feed them whenever they come.
Pretty close, grasshopper. Not quite as many as Ginger though.
But I keep a pothos growing out of the top. And this is the nicest crypt I've ever grown. Don't know what I did.
Oh wow, they're very pretty.
It's beautiful. The others are not. But
Yeah, and Ginger's kind of a newbie. How long have you been keeping fish now?
I'm thinking 6, maybe 7 years at the most.
Yeah.
If I'd done them I'd screwed up pretty bad when I found it online. Because I Googled, how do you fix what I've done wrong? And I found YouTube answers. Yeah, I love to watch this one. I can see it from the couch. And then underneath it is my.
So wait. Can we go back up to that? See this rainbow tank? I think this is going to be my new dream tank.
I love this tank.
What I want. This looks gorgeous.
I love Jungle Val because I can grow it.
I love Jungle Val. I love. Are those crypts in the front and the middle? I want to
just got
start
some-
collecting rainbow fish again. This
Mhm.
and that the gravel. This is exactly what I'm looking for. This is beautiful.
Well,
Gorgeous.
it's gonna one day be my 125 because I have a 125 in the
Ooh.
garage that has my Oscars. They're gonna get their own stock tub. Ideally, that's what they're gonna get, a stock tub, because they just sit. They don't really do anything by themselves. And I want to get this massive 125 rainbow tank. But this tank is I don't know what's wrong in it, tank, and I've given up. So I just watch to see if anybody else gets sick. So no new fish go in or come out. Because I currently have one sick rainbow from this tank, but nobody else says any ears dying, so I don't know what's going on. But I love this tank. It's so pretty.
That's
is.
gorgeous. Everything about that I like.
Oh yeah.
And it looks like it's a deep bed topped with gravel. Is it a lot of like soil?
Yeah. There's just some dirt. It was some of the substrate I had left from a tank I broken down, and then I didn't have enough of it, so I dumped a bunch of gravel on top.
That's exactly how my deep bed started, just like what you did. And then I dumped some more crap on top, and it's working amazing.
Yeah, I mean, and this is the aquarium co-op light, which is on top of it, and
Ooh.
I like the color. The plants like it too,
You tell me, boy.
but I have my 20 long underneath it has a hodgepodge of fish in it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she's got some nice tanks.
It's got some endlers and a Goodeid species that's in here. Some crabenzas, some rice fish, some random gobies, which are a hoot, and the oldest. What's the name of this type of fish? Yeah, sorry, just went blank. Oh, there's one of my gobies. He's under the log. Gobies are fun, and he saw me and moved. But this tank is sort of a holding tank until I move the Goodeids into their own. Well, the Goodeids will probably stay here, but some of the other fish should move. I've been moving stuff around and getting rid of my smaller tanks. But I love crabenzas, and I want to get them to breed, and I think there's too many fish in here to breed them.
Ah.
But I like the tank. I like all the Anubias, and I like the fact that the wood has been here long enough that it's growing moss on it.
What kind of light is that?
Oh, it's a one of those things you can get on. What is the name of that thing?
Serious.
You see it sometimes on eBay, or you get it on Amazon or something. It's not a fancy light.
That Anubias loves it.
Yeah, it's mounted above it, under the 55 above it, so it's got a nice distance. And I'm trying to get pothos growing out of everything, just as
right.
that one's just starting. But yeah, I put little silly things in there. It's got a dragon, got a Tesla.
Oh my gosh, I love your tanks.
All right.
And then this one, let's see. These are a holding tank, and I wanted to make sure that we're quarantined, even though it's Dan's fish, and honestly, his tanks are kept nicer than mine. So these are my CPDs. They're just in a tiny holding tank, along with a pair of wild bells. But they're going to get into a bigger tank, probably the 29-gallon maybe. And this is my disorganized mess of my house, so pretend you didn't see all that mess.
Oddly, I feel right at home there.
Well, I'm in the process of breaking things down, cleaning things up, and organizing better. As you can see, I have boxes of crap.
Yeah.
These are my Shelleys. They're the multis. And as any good multi will do, they have redecorated everything.
Yeah.
The blue thing in the corner is a TARDIS from Doctor Who. They completely buried it on one side and excavated down to there's like one fish lives there and there's their shell. But yeah, when I put them in here, it was level. But it's a 40 breed. I love Shelleys.
What kind of heater is that? Is that one of those
It's
flat
the
ones?
co-op ones. It's one of the co-op ones.
Oh,
I like them.
yeah.
I
I
don't
know
think I've
some
ever
people.
seen those before.
Yeah, I know some people don't like seeing the numbers, but I like to know if the darn thing's on or not. But I love these Neolampulatus multifasciatus. I like these guys. Yeah, they're a 40 breeder, and they have done an amazing amount of excavating.
You got babies? Oh, yeah, I see them down there.
Oh yeah.
I see them now.
They don't particularly appreciate me right now. But like this whole bed of shells that has all kinds of babies in it.
Yeah, I see different sizes. There they come.
And there's some in this section. There's some in the back under the sponge that desperately needs cleaning. And somebody excavated under this big shell I put in here. Got a hole under it, and that's where they are. And some of them have used the rocks, which I found interesting. They've excavated all over and made it there, all territory. But if you ever shell dwellers, multis are.
Those came from the store, I bet.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they raise them there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
My little here, you can see more baby kind of. Yeah, there's multi-generations in here. Ultimately, they needed every tank, but they've got plants growing out of the top of theirs too, because I can't get plants to grow in it. And then this one's just a. Oh, hang on. All right, multi. That'll work. There we go. I love this one. This one's a jungle. Let's see. Yes. You see me in it, trying to get my. This is a mixed bag of. There's some Gideads in here. There's some white clouds in here. There's Probensis. Oh, here we go. And then see that little eel there? That's one of those little red-tailed eels that Dan has.
Yeah.
I have 4 in here. They are fun. Trying to find some of the others. They come and go. But yeah, I don't have a top because I have a little bit of a jungle growing out the top. Lucky bamboo and plants, I don't know what are, but they grow out of the top, so I let them grow. Some creeping jennies growing out of the top and across the top. Yeah, I love these little eels. They're so fun. This one's across from my couch, so it's nice to see it. I kind of like the jungle look.
I do too.
It's better when it's topped off, but the evaporative cooling has gotten it down some.
That's a rimless tank.
Yeah, it's the only rimless nice one I have, really. When Eheim pulled out of the U.S., PetSmart had one left, and they had it on a really good discount. And Homegirl bought it.
Yeah.
See, these are the pretty tanks I've shown you. There's more, not necessarily as pretty. But this one is sitting kind of in the middle of the room, so you can see all around it. And then my roadfish don't have a lot on their tanks, but I have them. They don't particularly care. I wonder if we could actually see them. They're out waiting for me to throw some bloodworms in. I think it's going to be too dark. Maybe not. There's one of my roadfish anyway. There's 5 in here. They're shoehorned in 29, so needless to say, they're going to get upgraded very soon and off the floor. Let's see.
Oh, I like this one.
This one just, it all grows. It's just the back of it. And then let's see if I can find my oxalotl. I mean, I know the oxalotl's in here. I'm just trying to figure out where. Come on, Boogie.
Last night I was feeding the 120 tank, and I kept seeing something come out from under one of the wood, the planks on the bottom. And I got the camera out and watched it, and it's a ropefish, not a damn ropefish, a ropefish. I thought they had both died. I hadn't seen it for a year.
Oh.
Fish will surprise you. I
Yeah.
have a pleco every so often I see and go, hey, it's still alive.
Yeah.
Come here, buddy. Okay, you went the wrong way, boo. Well, I have one big bottle. I'm just trying to get it to move. No, not going to move.
I like that gravel. those rocks.
That's the tail. Where's the head? Wow, talking. I can see its mouth, and that's it. You're so funny. Axolotls are funny, but this one's due. Had a water change recently, but it's hard to keep it cold enough in my house.
Right.
He really doesn't. He really doesn't like being cold, but he does like all the crap in front. Let's see what else I got. Oh, there's Tater. You know how Dan talks about his humpback dragon pupper called Mouth?
Yeah.
This is mine. This is Fat Tater, who needs his algae scrape, which I would have done if I had been late. But he was out because he knows I'll throw him in cubes of bloodworms and he will be happy.
Is that a Pahaka?
That is a humpback dragon pupper.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. I don't think I've ever even heard of them.
Me either.
Dan got them in by mistake, and I was one of the people that got them. Bob had some for a while, but
I had a pair of them, and Ed had one, but he lost his, and then I lost one of mine, and then I had another one for like 3 years, I guess, and it passed maybe 6 months ago.
So I've had this about as long as, because I got them out of the same batch that Bob and
Yep.
And he's in his own 29, happy as a clam. He's an ambush predator. He doesn't need a big tank. I'm just happy he hadn't killed these plants. I'm gonna feed you, Tater. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
Oh.
Yeah, he knows it.
Beautiful, beautiful eyes. They have like crazy parrot eyes. They're beautiful.
I'm trying to see if you could tell them better. Maybe.
Look at that. Wow.
They're really weird eyes.
Yep.
And he's all eyes and mouth. Just it's weird that the eyes are independent of each other. It is kind of cool for the algae mess, but there's a window, and so in the afternoon it gets some light from outside. But in the little tank down here, that's my water dish. You want to know? Well, I was going to put a 10-gallon tank for a bettas, a couple of wild bettas, and my cat started with it. This is my embarrassing tank. I do being embarrassed.
What is that? A 33?
It's a 33 long, and it sits in this window. I don't get no control at all. But it's got fish that are going to, ultimately, I want to combine these and some others into the 25 and move the Oscars out. But this is my oldest fish left. Probably one of the first when I got into the hobby that survived all my big bad mistakes. And I think it's the last one of my albinos. But I have these my lipstick rainbows are in here. And this old killifish is in here. And by old, I mean about 3 years old. And then there's some cories all over. But yeah, rescape. Under it is another 33 long. Yeah, they ran off.
I do like the 33 long.
I do.
Yep.
Algae farm because of the window. But it's my Caldas colony.
They really make good rainbow tanks.
They do.
So long to swim back and forth.
Yeah, these are definitely not my best tanks. The algae work. And I have one long stimulus in here that I haven't been able to find stimulus to go with it for the shells. Woo.
Yes, they are, Silver. Silver Creek said those fish are loving that tank.
Oh yeah. And I've got Art, that's Art there. And he did
Lucas.
that as well.
Yeah.
The rest is a hot mess. We're gonna ignore it. Don't even look at my kitchen. Although I have my quarantine tank. So, how's my sick rainbow doing? Hey, buddy. If anybody has any suggestions, let's see.
Aw.
It's the stuff on his side. I have done any antibiotics. I have done a strong salt treatment in here. He's not happy in here, but I don't know what it is. I can't fix it. I can't treat it.
Well, let me
Did you-
tell you, I ignored something like that after I couldn't fix it or treat it and lost my whole rainbow tank. So I think by you separating them out, that's the best you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's the 55 gallon with the big crypts in it.
Yeah.
This is actually a quarantine tank. It has my beta falx. I think they're the falx in beta embellis. And they just came from the wet spot. And I had them quarantined in here together because I'm like, one's a mouth brooder, one's the egg layer, so they're not going to crossbreed. And they got so upset I had to put some stuff back in it so that they could hide. But they're getting ready to come out into separate tanks because they're fine.
Patty said to try Polyguard.
Okay. At this point, I will try anything.
Exactly, right?
And let's see. Tell me when you're bored. This is my 20-gallon tall, a tank I really don't like, but it's got my black skirt tetras in here, and it should still have my one long cover, but I'm not sure if it's in.
I love
Usually-
this filter. I got a this filter. I like that.
I do too. My Oscars like to play with theirs, but this one has got 2 plecos in it that sometimes I see, sometimes I don't. I was hoping I'd see them because honestly, one of them I don't know what he is. They didn't know what it was at the pet store, but we knew it wasn't what it was labeled. And this tank has, I love these guppies. They're
yeah.
I got them from Dan. There's a boy, and then they have my pair of Inca, who I only see now because I put the with them. They had to have a dither. I went a week and I thought, did they?
I didn't hear what that last fish was.
Oh, it's an Inca histogram.
Oh, okay.
The
Okay.
Inca somethings. They have a number after them.
Yeah.
But there's a pair in here I got Dan. And I had to put the guppies in here so they would actually come out. I don't know where my poor boy is. The girl.
Those are the girls? Oh my
Those are
God.
the girls. Where'd my little boy go? Hopefully he's all right. Oh, there he is. He's in the back. He's okay. Or is that the
Wow.
other? But yeah, they've dropped Fry and they've eaten them. Evil little buggers. I've had Fry from them in 2 different tanks, and the Fry never make it, so I think they're eating them. I got to come up with a better option.
Yeah.
And then my garage is an embarrassment. I've been moving some of the. Did I mention that I might have a problem?
That garage looks familiar.
Yes,
Just
it's
spent a
good.
whole afternoon in there.
You've gotten tanks out of it.
Yep.
So it's a mess. But there are goals involved. Sorry, guys. You're probably thinking, this is a long tour. I have a
Thanks,
lot of
Mick.
Not at
That's-
all.
That's what we
Okay.
came for.
Okay. Sorry
But
about
while
the
you're
mess.
saying that, Ginger, let me interrupt you. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Uh,
Oh, yeah.
Danikin's going live, or has just gone live.
Oh,
And
okay.
since I caused us to be late because with all my foolishness, I'm going to go ahead and keep going. Please go over there if you want to go to Danikin's. You can always come back and watch the end of this. I don't want to cause him any issues with his audience or anything. So
Yeah, I'm
go
almost
do what
done.
you need to do.
Um,
There's the link.
Thank you, Bob.
These are the mollies that I got from Dan too.
These are Molly.
Mollies or platies? Mollies, platies.
Okay. I have platies that look just like them, but that doesn't mean
Okay.
that they're not Mollies.
No, then they're platies. My molly and platy game is bad. I think they're beautiful. I want them to breed.
Yeah,
Have
all
they
my
not
Mollies,
yet? No.
all my Mollies I put in brackish water.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's good. I'll do that
Yeah.
then. I'll add some salt. I love them. I thought they were beautiful,
They are beautiful.
but they don't breed. They do okay. Everybody's alive, so I just need to add salt. I can do that.
Well, if you look closely, are there any males in there?
They're supposed to be all pairs.
I'm looking. I see a whole lot of females.
Yeah, they look like girls to me, but they're supposed to be boys that came with them. At least they were sexed as if they were pairs. 'Cause I paid for pairs. But they
They
do
got
look
some.
more like girls than anything.
They got some little wee wees if they're boys.
I know that may be why I ain't got no babies. But maybe at least somebody was hit up before I got them. Anyway, they're beautiful nonetheless. I'm gonna have to order some more. And you can't really tell because of the layer of duckweed on top, but they have a beautiful sheen to them. There's some kind of a blue calico something or others that Dan had. It's just there's a gorgeous layer of duckweed because they need plants, you know. And there you go.
Yep.
These guys think they're dying of starvation. This is my 75 gallon. This is the end, and they all come. It's got some hill stream trouts that Dan had. These things are they're going to the 125 because I need a bigger swimming space. I've got a zebra acara. Doesn't look like a zebra acara anymore. But,
Oh wow.
and then I've got some more of my. Those are my favorite tetras ever. The Congo
The
tetras.
Congos, yeah, I love them. They're one of
Love
my
Congo
favorite tetras.
And I have a couple of these emperor gudgeons. I think it's
Oh yeah.
that would help if I move that some. And the biggest, laziest algae eater you've ever seen. They really don't eat algae when they grow up. And
No.
random rainbows that I don't remember what are. Shame on me. But those little guys are really pretty. I want to get some more. Look how pretty it is.
The bling on there.
Mm-hmm. And so I've got some critters here. They don't win anyway.
Dragon Lair said he saw a male platy swim by.
Oh, good. Yay, Dragon Lair. Thank you. But this is sort of a in the middle tank, and it's a mess. But they're all pretty much here. There's a couple of paradise fish left. So yeah, I'll feed them and they'll be really happy. This is an
Fish are all very happy in their messes, you know it?
You want to see a horrible tank? Okay, I'll share. My Oscar tank. It is just as bad as it looks. Because you can't win with Oscars.
All right.
I've got them an Awaze canister filter, but they take these off the sides every time as this.
Yeah.
At one point they had, and you can't tell, but they have disconnected their sponge filter once again from the airline.
Yep.
Imagine that.
But anyway, it's a mess. They're going to go in a tub of their own, and I'm going to try to figure something out.
Ah.
This is another 33 long on its side. It has this guy who got there by mistake. I need to move. But they're good ads. And now I don't remember what they are. It'll come to me when I stop talking.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a couple of plecos in here, but they've had babies, so I really have to remember what kind they are. Because I got fry. I got more fry than I thought I did. That makes me happy. And I've got a few plants growing out of the top. But it's on its side, so it's hard to see. Let's see. Yeah, it's a 33 long. I like 33 longs.
Yeah.
I got a 50-gallon low boy. They definitely know I'm here. But this big 100-gallon Rubbermaid tote, I'm going to put my Oscars in here. It's been cycling for like 6 months. I just have to get all the prep up off the top. This is Bob's great-great-grandchildren.
Oh.
If I can, yeah. They just have a shop light because they don't like lights. And you won't see them because as soon as the light comes on, they scurry. But it's the, what are they, Bob? Rainbow
Cichlids?
Yeah, rainbow cichlids.
Yeah, that's what I was telling Susie, a suggestion to put with her Acara.
It's rainbow cichlids, and they have their own 100-gallon stock tub. And even though there's not a lid, they have never jumped out. But you wouldn't know how many is in here because every last one of them went under something.
Yeah.
Really?
They don't have litter. It's literally full of them. Let's see.
How come I don't know of this rainbow cichlid? I'm looking it up now.
They're not real common in the hobby, but they're a common, inexpensive fish. I can send you some. I can send you a pair if you want them. Mine are getting a little bit older. I would like them to spawn again.
Yes, please. What color are they? They look yellow.
They're kind of a, come here, buddies.
A yellowish orange.
Yeah, kind of yellowish orange.
And it depends on what phase things are going on, if they're about to spawn, if they have babies.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the tank is that I can't really get plants to grow in here, but it needs a cleaning and a rescape. Mainly they like it. It looks horrible, but it has a lot of places they can hide in. And they've kind of reached a homeostasis where there's no more babies,
Okay.
but the toad is not overgrown. There's probably 20 or more in there.
Now
Yeah,
is that a 75 gallon or a 100 gallon?
This is a 100-gallon stock tub right here.
Oh, nice.
Both of them are, or they're supposed to be. Let's see. Backside of the 75-gallon, and the fish are following me. I think fish are funny. They're like, wait, the shadow moved this way. Let us follow her.
You have so many rainbow fish.
I know.
Yeah.
I love them. I want to make the 125 that is a horror show. I see you, Rick and Lucy. You can barely see them, but that's Rick and Lucy. But I think they're the same gender. I don't know if they're male or female because they never tried to spawn or anything.
Oh,
And my pleco mistake here, my common pleco, and then I have a school of silver dollars. So the idea is to move the Oscars out and put them in their 100-gallon stock tub with the goal to buy them a 300-gallon stock tub and let them live their best life in 300 gallons of water alone. They don't really like sharing, honestly.
No, they don't, do they?
And they want to, and I want to put a few things in there that they can play with, because if they can make a mess in a tank, by gosh, they're going to do it. There's my smoker. But yeah, so the silver dollars I would like to, I think they would be okay maybe with the rainbows. I don't know. And these guys have followed me now too. The other end of the 33 in the garage, they all follow me down.
I know I asked you before, but how do you control the temperature out there?
Well, in the summer, I don't have to worry about it. Other than that, I put the back on. This is my guppy farm. It's a 55-gallon low boy. It's just full of guppies and endlers and whatever mix they made. They're just mutts. They're not species or anything.
I remember that low boy.
The light is so low on them and strong that I get a lot of algae. But I just figure it's a place for the babies to hide. And that's what I've turned it into, just a guppy farm. There are some wood cats in here. You would never know it till I feed them, which is probably what I should have done so you could see them. But I love the wood cats. They're like the celestial wood cat. I don't remember what they're called. Got some silly name.
Got a bunch of babies in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think it's because of all the. Well, you might not can see. Sorry, I didn't mean to move like that. I can see all kinds of little tiny fry over in the algae. But yeah, they following me because they want me to feed them.
Now, when you feed them, do you have different foods for different tanks, or do you feed like 2 or 3 foods to every tank, or how do you feed them?
Right, let me move. I'm gonna turn carefully so you don't have to look at the cat litter boxes.
We all have them too.
Yay, my big bass. That's my babies. I do love you, Oscars.
I bet you don't have a Chihuahua that gets in yours, though.
No, I've had a cat. I've got a cat get in the fish tank a couple of times. That was interesting. Well, they didn't do it on purpose. They just were walking along the top of the grass. Oh, this is my extremely old Betta. Just he's not hurt. He's a she, I believe. That's just white lips. I got him from keepfishkeeping.com.
Yeah, Lisa, yeah.
Yeah, but she's doing good in this tank with everybody. She's a little bit thinned up, but she's tough. But she has a little tumor on the outside of her. I'm just letting her live out her life in here.
Wow, that dorsal fin.
Yeah, see, she's got a little tumor on this side.
Yeah.
Can't really tell, but you can see the discoloration in it. It's like a little bit of tumor, but she's relatively old for a betta. But yeah, this thing is just full of rainbows, empire gudgeons, paradise fish back over there.
May I ask, where do you get all your rainbows from?
Well, when Bob Steamfot sold them, I got some from him. So some of them are left over from Steamfot. And then I get them from Dan. I've gotten all the Bosemani are from Dan. It's that Avies Creek one, I believe is what it's called. But he's got really good rainbows. And then I got from him these guys, the hill trouts.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. They're supposed to be six, but I think one of them beat the bejesus out of one of them. I think there's only 5 now. but they move so fast. I have to stay still and just like, okay, I see 3 here, and a few more mosquitoes, like I said, in the cribs that cannot successfully breed. And there's some quarries in here too. They'll just randomly pop out. Oh, that plant is doing better. Yay!
I like that spider wood or whatever it is.
Yeah, this is a hodgepodge. It started out to be like a hill stream tank, and I was going to be really cool and put the
Yeah.
rock stuff, and it's just
No, but it does have, I kind of have that vibe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
This big piece is just one huge piece of wood, and then what I would like to have, and I think I'm going to try to move some rocks, is another piece of wood that looks like it is attached from this and goes over the top of the rocks a little bit more. But right now, the hill trouts need all the open swimming space into the rainbows. That's why I want to move them into the 125
Right.
to make that their permanent home. But it's just a matter of moving everything around and cleaning that 125 because I want to be proud of that 125. It's the biggest tank I have. And right now, it's a colossal horror show. And if I hadn't got stuck at work, I would have cleaned the sides of the glass and everything. But had a mom come in at the last minute, bring me in the last minute, and now you're seeing my big fat hairy mess. And she brought in an antibiotic for her kids, so I stayed late and we filled it. But see, now we're back to a pretty tank.
The original tank.
Yeah, I love this 55-gallon.
I love that tank.
Really my favorite.
What size did you say it was?
It's a 55-gallon.
Oh, it's just gorgeous. It looks like it's bigger.
I know. I just think it's. Oh, there's one of my plecos. It's the last of my green dragon plecos on the back wall.
Yeah.
That I got when Bob Steampot had them.
Yeah.
And again, there's Probensis in here too. Can't breathe. I mean, you know. But this is a tank where the fish have randomly been sick and dying over the last year. So I don't move anything out or put anything in.
You know what you could try, Ginger, because it's very benign, as you know, as a pharmacist, some lysine.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try that. I think you said that before.
I was looking for Blistex at the pharmacy yesterday, at the Walmart pharmacy, and they even have lysine and Blistex now. So
yeah, they do. But yeah, I'll try that because at this point I'll try anything.
And you could probably order it with your pharmacist powers. You could order the powder. Yeah,
if Walmart will let me. I work for the Evil Empire, so they limit some of the things I can do.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot better than this. It's a lot forward. But this truly is one of my favorite tanks.
Well, it's marketed for cats and kittens, you know, that get the herpes virus and stuff, so you can get it without going through them.
That's kind of what I thought. Somebody thought maybe they were beating each other up, but it maybe one of them does get dominant and they have a fit, and that's why they're hurt. But okay, I'll try that Mickey M with my betta and pull him out of the community tank if I can catch his little stinking self. And run him to a salt bath. I think that's what it was.
I don't even know what that is. Odenium?
Oh, I do.
What is it? Is it a
drug?
Fungusy sort of.
Get it.
I believe. I've heard of it. I could be wrong on exactly what it is. I've heard of it.
I'll have to be looking that up. I'm writing it down now.
I was looking to see
okay, velvet disease. Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There's the core. One of the cores.
You got to use the first grade stuff with me.
I do have a few of my Radnus Centris left. They're in here too. I was looking for my fat as a just huge fat woodcat, but he won't come out till the food drops to the floor. He's one of those fish that I thought I had killed. And then one day I was watching them from the couch after I'd fed them. And I'm like, I'll be darned. Not only is he alive, he's huge. Okay. Fat woodcat.
Oh.
But yeah, there we go. Y'all have been tortured and seen my house and my mess and everything.
Oh, that was the best tour I've been on in forever.
And
it was.
Yep, I loved it.
I had
Loved
so
it,
much
loved it.
fun.
You have listened to way more talking
Especially
than
those rainbow tanks. Maybe because they're just on the forefront. Oh, look at those.
Those are
Oh,
rainbow secrets.
those are his. Yeah,
Oh,
that's what they look
wow.
like
I
in
think
breeding.
I've
They're
got
beautiful.
3 pairs in there.
I
Mhm.
would love to try to breed those.
And
Wow.
the males are real easy to sex. They have like a big hook, like a
Oh, yeah.
question mark on the end of their dorsal. It's a little female.
Oh, and I see you
Another
have,
little
are there
female.
Geophagus in there with them and Severums?
Yeah,
Oh,
they
wow.
hold their own, but they're not aggressive. There's a what you call it right now, like you've got to put them with memory. A cara.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Zebra.
that's
There's a
great.
little cara there. Yeah, they do fine in there.
And they don't mess with the plants, or are those plastic?
These are all plastic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
But
do have a bag with
they're not
plastic.
big plant tear uppers though. I've had them with plants before. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh no, y'all have
Just wanted to show you.
listened to me rattle on for way too long. But yeah, those are my tanks at the moment. I have plans to move stuff, and I picked up a 40-gallon, a standard 40-gallon, which I'd never seen, but it was at PetSmart for 50% off, and I'm like, I'll take that for $60.
What's a footprint of a standard 40? I've never seen that.
It looks kind of like the Eheim tank that was in the middle.
Wow.
Oh,
I have a lot of 40s for reptiles.
that is so gross online. If you hear a weird hacking sound, that's my cat trying to hack a fur ball, which will be gross. It's standing up right here. Let's see.
No, that was a great cord.
Settings, camera, flip the file around, front camera, back camera. Get out of that. It's on its side right here. So it's kind of this. I think it's about the size of the Eheim. Let me get the dimensions. 40-gallon aquarium, 36 inches long, 15.5 wide, 17.2 high. Sorry, it's crooked. But
Oh, 3 foot. It's only 3 foot wide. Wow. Okay.
yeah, weird. But I'm gonna put something small. Oh, here's my beautiful. Here you go. Hey, Dad. Hey, little boo. There's my ocelot.
Oh, yeah, baby. Look at Lucy.
Hey, boo.
Let me
Yeah,
blow her up.
she wants Cuba bloodworm. I will. I will.
Oh, she's so cute.
She's a he.
What are those things underneath her? That's not eggs, is it?
Oh, that's her. That's her face. That's her. Yeah, her behind and tails are all in the back, but she's actually a boy. That's
Oh, okay.
successfully sex because they look like boys in the back.
Yeah, it's very easy to see if they're boys. When they drop, they drop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one of my little gobies back here. Hey, buddy. And they're gone. I love gobies, but you got to be away from them for them to bounce around.
And guys, Ginger does have the 2 stories, so she does have a place to lay down upstairs.
Oh, yeah. Well, right now she's sleeping on the couch because upstairs is a hot mess.
Yeah.
I bought a new. Yeah, it's just I'm rearranging everything. Now y'all can sadly see my face again.
Now, do you have an art wall that has somebody else on it, or no?
I am moving my scrunchie art. I'm rearranging the art that I have hanging up, and I have been framing some of Scrungie's art, and it hasn't gone up on the wall yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm taking the wall above where Tater was, my humpback dragon puffer. I've started moving pictures around that, and I want to put Sarah's art over here.
Well, that'll be next to her.
So that a lot of it's framed. Some of it needs to go and get framed. So I want to put it in nicer frames because it's cool art.
Yeah, it is.
I've been meaning to take like a Michaels or something better framed on it because I want to make Sarah gallery on one wall, and I got a Pam gallery on the other one. And a couple of keep grabbing the wrong side. A couple of paintings that Art Rap did. So yeah, I have some. I like my art. Please don't barf in my shoe. Thank you. I love it, but they're a pain sometimes.
Mickham said, "Lovely to see you and your fish again."
Thank you. I'm sorry I rattled on so long because I really did.
No, that's what we wanted. No.
Yeah, that's exactly what we wanted to see.
And when I fix my 125 to be really pretty, because the goal is to get nice light in there so that I can do it with the paludarium type stuff going out the top.
Oh, wow. Nice.
All a Serpa design, but not that impressive. Because everything that Tanner does is amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know, right? Did you ever
Yeah.
see his workshop? Pristine.
He's just, and in the new house they have, oh my gosh. It's just, he's so skilled.
Yeah.
I ain't
So talented.
He's
But I've
so
got-
cool. I named my bearded dragon after him. I got a bearded dragon named Tanner.
Oh, that's awesome.
Can you see comments, Ginger?
I have no clue how to make that happen.
Okay.
There's like a chat button. Is that where you?
Oh, somebody said, Ginger, you are beautiful. Thank you for showing us your
Oh, there
fish.
they are.
You found them?
Yeah.
And I've been posting some of the
Y'all are the
comments.
best. Yeah, I've seen the ones you posted.
Okay.
Yeah, I looked at the picture he put up and I'm like, well, I'm going to be a disappointment. I don't have my wig on, no makeup on, lighting's terrible.
We didn't show any wig. We didn't show any wig. Well, you did have some bangs.
Yeah, that was
That's
when
all
I
right.
had fancy wigs.
We didn't
That was
come
when
for
I had hair
We
from the men do it.
we didn't come for a fashion show. We came to look
Nope.
at this, damn it.
That's good. Because my top is actually a scrub top, but it's really cool.
Somebody said earlier they really liked your top.
Yeah, I love this
It
color.
was
but
dragon
actually,
layer.
it's scrubs. I mean, it's just a scrub
Oh, yeah.
style top, but
Jesus.
it's pretty colors, and I get bored. Walmart wants us to wear they're like, you can wear scrubs, but they have to be dark colors. I'm like, yeah.
I remember that all we used to be able to wear were white shoes and white pants and white smocks. I hated that.
Yeah.
That was
Well,
in the
let's wear
70s.
scrubs now and with the lab coat on. And I push it a little bit by having scrub tops with designs. I've got Christmas ones and Halloween ones, and
You go, girl.
yeah, because I'm like, give me a break. You know, the kids think it's funny.
Let's sneak a peek. Let's do a screenshot of Pam's art while she's gone and get a copy
That's
of that.
beautiful. Look at that.
Her art is
Yeah.
very pretty. Yeah, because she's painting. She's got a cat painting she's doing for my mother, which I'm hoping is going to be there for Christmas. I'm going to have to hit her up and say, please, Pam, Christmas.
Colorful like herself in her tanks. Make them say. Does anybody have any comments or questions? I'm not going to hold Ginger. She worked all day today, so.
Yeah, I'm ready for bed too. I'm
I-
right there
yeah.
with you.
And Susie, I'm surprised made it through her stream after
I
her trip.
almost didn't.
Well, Susie had all the fun at the class.
I did.
Yeah,
I had
With
an
no
overload of
sleep and
fun.
lots of fun.
she's got to catch up now and rest. So.
Yep,
You have the little one tomorrow, Susie?
I do.
Oh, okay.
And
Are you
I'm
ready?
taking her down to Philly because I'm house sitting or cat sitting my other daughter's cat while they went away.
Oh, how's that going?
It's going to be good. I'm only going to be there Monday and Friday, and then they have somebody else coming on Wednesday, so the cat will be good.
Oh, you're going there. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to take you there. That's one of the best things about online schooling is that you can take it with you. Take it with you where you go.
Right. Right.
True.
All right. Well, Ginger, thank you very much. And if you
Thank
want
you
to,
for having me and listening to my ramble and looking at my fish and my plans and stuff.
if you want to stay on after I take the live down, we chat a minute. Pam, if you want to. Susie, I know you're.
I'm going. Yeah, I got to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so
Susie
much.
needs a rest.
Thanks, Pam, and thanks, Susie, and thanks everybody for your
Thank y'all.
questions.
Thanks everybody for coming in. Have a get some rest, Susie.
And Pam's going to stream tonight, Pam.
Yep, I'm gonna stream for a little while tonight.
Okay. More art, Ginger.
I'll try not to fall asleep on you tonight.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you all.
Bye.